just in the middle of having a little mental breakdown about my skin. And I thought, well, I realised how much it's affecting me mentally. And I feel like people don't realise that when it gets to this stage, you have a problem. I clearly have a problem. So let's talk about a few ways you can know that it's time to see someone. And I don't necessarily mean a dermatologist. I might also mean a therapist, because acne affects people's mental health so badly that they need a therapist sometimes, a lot of the time. The first one is you can't bear to look at yourself in the mirror. You might think, I don't have any spots. You'd be right. But I have a lot of texture and it's all I see. And to my perfectionist mind, it's not good enough. What I've realised about having not just acne, but skin problems over the years, whether it's acne, perioral dermatitis, PCOS, flare-ups, random stuff, is that even if your acne goes away, you are unfortunately left with a lot of mental trauma. That's me. I'm her. I'm that person. I've kind of gone off topic, but basically, if you look in the mirror, even if you don't have any acne, and you find it difficult because you're so used to looking at like all the pores and seeing like what's happening inside them, you probably have an issue, like me. Second sign that you have an issue that needs to be dealt with by a therapist, dermatologist, or both is if you avoid plans. I am so fed up of dealing with skin issues of any fucking kind. Acne, rash, all of it. I'm fucking fed up of it. That when my skin gets worse, even slightly, even if it's only noticeable to me, I do this thing that where I kind of go on strike because I'm like, no, this is bullshit. Like, I can't do this again. Like, this isn't fair. As if thinking that it's not fair is going to stop it from happening. And I think to myself, well, I'm not going to see people then. And it's like, it's the beginning of October and I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to have a shit Christmas this year. That's really sad because I have a 1-year-old nephew and a 2-year-old niece who I really want to see at Christmas, because this year they're actually able to talk and compute and aren't just like blobs. But I'm already thinking, like, what would happen if I wasn't at home at Christmas? Is there anywhere I can go so I don't have to be around people? Because I hate feeling how I do around people. It's like masking to the extreme. And I would say the third sign that you have a problem, if you're not already relating to this, is if you feel like one of the biggest themes of your life is your skin and you don't want it to be. I would give up all of my skincare accomplishments. I would give up having TikTok, making money off TikTok, like, I don't know, everything else, the success. I feel like I'm somewhat successful now and it's going in the right direction. I would give that all up to just be someone who didn't have skin problems. I would give so much money to be someone who just didn't think about their skin, because sure, like, the last 2 years I had great skin. I thought I'd fixed it. I thought I'd like figured out what I need to do, and I feel like it's all come crumbling down. I definitely not like back where I was. I'm not back at square one, but even before the pictures of my like bumpy skin, years before that, like, I'm 28, I was around when like I remember getting an Instagram account and I was like a teenager for a while before Instagram existed. I can't even count how many times I've been upset about my skin. I can't count how much money I've spent on it. I don't want that. I don't want to think about my skin. I don't want to have to avoid going into the office because I'm embarrassed. I don't want to have to think about 2 months' time at Christmas where, realistically, my skin's probably going to have been fine by Christmas. But it's just become such an issue in my mind and such a fixation that I can't think about anything else. I don't know if I will post this because I think people will probably be like, first of all, there are way bigger problems in the world. Yes, there are. There are way bigger problems. Like, you don't need to tell me. I'm not going to go into detail, but you don't even know, like, the health problems that my family have had in the last few years. Like, life-changing operations. People having to retire early and live with life-changing operations, like, no longer have bodily functions that most people have. Like, you don't need to tell me there are bigger problems in the world. I know that. That's also another reason why I hate being like this, because it makes me feel like a spoiled princess. And I guess I am. But I think what people don't see about skin problems is the psychological effects. Because on the outside, I look fine. And if I told anybody that I've been crying about my skin, they'd be like, what are you talking about? And I know that, and that's why I hate it, because no one can see it. It's never a valid excuse. People just tell you to get over it, but it's like, I think I have like skin dysmorphia, skin OCD, something. Imagine having a phobia of spiders and spiders living all over your face, or you imagining that spiders are living all over your face. That's how I feel. It's like no one else can see the spiders, but they're on my face. It's actually pretty fucked up. Don't know whether I'll post this. It's not really my vibe. Don't really like it when people post like crying videos, but like, fuck, this is a problem.